Today, we're diving into a big talk sparked by a pastor's shocking words in a recent church service. He basically said if he saw a woman dressing in an appropriate way and if she gets raped, he would let the offender off the hook. This got people riled up online because, well, pastors are supposed to be about helping and protecting people. So in this video, we'll hear what the pastor said, then check out how people reacted in some response videos. It's a mixed bag of emotions. Let me tell you, some are mad, some are trying to understand, and some are just plain confused. We'll start by listening to the pastor's words to get a clear picture of what he said. Then we'll watch these reaction videos to see how folks are taking it all in. Stick around to the end where we'll take a closer look at why his words hit such a nerve and what it all means for how people see pastors and their role in our communities. So get ready as we dive into this hot topic and try to make sense of it all together.
You find more women go in those places with shorts than you will women with pants and dresses put together. Try it. If you got time, try it. Have your boy go up there and try it. Just watch for it. Have your girl go up there and watch for it. And you know, I used to say this. You know, I haven't said this in a long time. You ready? I said, if you dress like that and and I'm on the jury, he's going to go free. You don't like, do you? I'm right, though. I can't help you don't like it. I'm right. Because, you know, a man's a man.
This is a pastor, and this is what he stood up and said to his church. Don't let the package fool you. All ages, all races, that thought process is incredibly common. Every single time I get on this platform and I talk about how women don't feel safe in the world, I get a ton of men arguing with me in my comments, arguing with me. Because boys will be boys, but ladies, make sure you wear clothes that cover your body. Make sure you don't leave your drink unattended. Don't get too far away from your friend group. If you have to go to the bathroom, take somebody with you. Make sure you don't drink too much. If you're taking an Uber by yourself, turn on your location and find one of those sounds on TikToks where it sounds like you're talking on the phone with somebody. You see how ridiculous it sounds, right? So I'm struggling to understand why men are struggling to understand. What don't y'all get? Y'all are consuming your basketball content, your streaming content, all those idiots you love that sit in front of podcast mics, and this is what we're consuming. The proof that we're not safe.
Religious leaders, y'all aren't looking too good. Y'all really aren't. Y'all aren't. Y'all are making my case for me. Y'all are. Y'all are making my case for me. I know what, see, no longer will there be a time where Christians get to separate from each other. No. Because trash like that is old. Meaning he's been the pastor for that church for a very long time. And if you think this is the first time that man's ever said that, religious people are saying it for me. Y'all are giving every reason and rationale why we do not need organized religion in the United States of any kind. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me that's not all. No. You don't get to do that. You don't. Because some of y'all are going to churches right now where worse than that has been said in them pews and said nothing. Nothing. You sat there Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, picking up that Bible Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. Like that and worse has come out of the mouths of men, white men, black men, whatever, that have said 10 times worse than that. And you didn't stand up. You didn't freak out. You didn't say. So it's not all Christians to me. Don't do that. Nope. I refuse to hear it. But the more men like this talk, the more my argument is made. Organized religion in America for? Why? When it is peppered with prosperity pimps, grape apologists, people who will condemn a group of people to a hell simply because of who they choose to love. Some preachers have said they don't do interracial marriage because God didn't want that to happen. But people are always asking me, why do I dislike religion? What do I have?
He said that. He said that out loud in a church full of people while being recorded. He said that. However, I was recently accused of being overly dramatic and creating drama where there wasn't any and lying about the state of this country for women. And we have people like this. that are representing the capital C Christians, who I feel are capital C Christians because they like to say they're Christians more than they like to act like Christians. So yeah, as long as stuff like this is going on, I will continue to say that it is all men until it is no men. And I'll keep talking about the situation of being a woman in these states until things get better, which I don't see happening anytime soon, sadly.
Welcome to Hoodie News. So it's a video that's going around where a pastor from North Carolina, he shared his views on women wearing shorts. So he said, if you dress like that and I'm on the jury, he's gonna go free. A man is a man. What? A pastor. I'm sorry, what? Like, you can dress normal, a hoodie on and some pants. It don't matter. For you to say, if you dress like that, and she deserves it? If she telling the person no? And you gonna be on the jury talking about some, oh yeah, a man's a man. And you is a pastor? Did anybody stay? Because I would have walked out. Nah. I would have walked out like, nah, this ain't the pastor for me. And you probably gonna have some coming out real soon. Because this video, it's gonna be evidence. Yeah. Well, it's because how she dressed. I mean, a man's a man, so yeah, he took it. Watch out, y'all. He finna come out with some allegations. What y'all think in the comments? What he needs to do is go sit down and go to Florida and retire somewhere and just chill out. Cause pastoring, that's ain't it. I can just imagine what other stuff he says. If he gonna say some stuff like this, it's probably some wild stuff out there that I gotta go find and look up this pastor. But anyway, what y'all think?
Shorts. He's talking about shorts. Not even short shorts. Just shorts. In the summer, when it's hot. That's what he's talking about. Organized religion is a scourge on women. I will not be taking questions, and that is a hill I will die. And unfortunately, there's a whole population like him who would like to see that be literal. Because if I wear shorts as a woman, he'll go free.
Let's talk about the weight of words spoken by religious figures in our society. When they say something, it often carries immense weight and significance, yet it is crucial to remember that snippets of speeches can distort the full picture. Just like with this pastor's statement, without seeing the whole sermon, it's tough to grasp the complete context. This lack of context can lead to misunderstandings and even controversies, as we've seen with other figures blown up on social media. So in this video, we're not taking any sides. Instead, we're diving into the essence of the debate and will dissect the key points and takeaways, aiming to uncover the deeper meaning behind the pastor's words and the reactions they have stirred. By doing so, we'll navigate through the complexities of perception, interpretation, and the impact of words, especially when they come from figures we hold in high regard. Imagine standing before an audience, delivering a speech or presentation. For many, maintaining focus can be challenging, especially when distractions arise. This is where the pastor's emphasis on appropriate attire and behavior comes into play, particularly for men in leadership positions. The subtle nuances of body language and attire can indeed affect concentration and delivery. From this perspective, it is easier to grasp the pastor's point. However, on the flip side, it is essential to acknowledge differing viewpoints, especially from the women's perspective. What may seem innocuous to some can carry different connotations for others. While men might resonate with the pastor's message due to the shared experiences, it is vital to recognize that perceptions vary. Ultimately, this highlights the complexity of communication and the need for understanding across diverse perspectives. As we continue to unravel this discourse, let's delve deeper into the nuances of perception, empathy, and the impact of societal norms on communication dynamics. We're not taking any sides here, we're just shedding light on a factual observation, drawing from personal experience. Delivering presentations or business pitches can indeed be demanding, but even a subtle glance from the audience potentially throwing off concentration. In such moments of focused attention, every detail matters. However, when we shift the lens to public settings, the dynamic changes. In bustling environments, our focus tends to be directed towards our immediate tasks rather than scrutinizing others' attire or behavior. It's a different scenario altogether. In fact, these situations, concerns about others' attire typically take a backseat to more pressing matters. Here lies the distinction. In static settings like speeches, everyday aspect commands attention, whereas in dynamic environments, our focus is naturally diverted. Thus, while the pastor's perspective may resonate in certain contexts, it doesn't necessarily align with the reality of everyday public interactions. This dichotomy underscores the importance of context and perspective in shaping our understanding of social dynamics. As we navigate through these intricacies, let's continue exploring the multifaceted nature of communication and perception in our society. The saying goes, a busy mind is never disturbed. When we are on the move, focused on reaching our destination, distractions tend to fade in the background. It's only when we are idle or lack purpose that we become susceptible to temptation or wrongdoing. In these moments, our actions and intentions matter most. Interestingly, this perspective sheds light on the contradiction in the pastor's words. While emphasizing modest attire is important, it's equally crucial to acknowledge the role of personal responsibility and intention. Here in Africa, and indeed in many cultures, the significance of dressing modestly is widely understood. It's not just about appearance, it's about showing respect and dignity. From this standpoint, the importance of dressing appropriately is undeniable and relatable. However, it is essential to recognize that clothing choices alone don't determine one's character or susceptibility to wrongdoing. Instead, it's a combination of mindset, purposeful action, and personal accountability that ultimately shape our behavior. Let's pause and consider another angle. While not deeply religious myself, I recall a passage in the scripture that touches on the concept of modesty in attire. It's possible that the pastor's sermon centered around the theme, aiming to guide his congregation on navigating societal challenges in today's world, where incidents of harassment and crime are unfortunately prevalent. Discussions around personal responsibility and prevention are crucial. Perhaps the pastor sought to empower his church members to take proactive measures to safeguard themselves. After all, it's not uncommon for perpetrators to target individuals based on certain attributes, such as flashy attire or expensive accessories. In this light, the pastor's message could indeed resonate with those seeking guidance on how to avoid becoming targets in potentially risky situations. If the sermon indeed stemmed from a scriptural basis, it underscores the timeless relevance of age-old wisdom in addressing contemporary challenges. So, as we ponder these reflections, let's delve deeper into the intersection of faith, practical wisdom, and societal awareness in shaping our responses to today's realities. In conclusion, it is crucial to recognize everyone's right to self-expression and personal autonomy in how they dress and present themselves. While discussions around attire and behavior may often center on women, the broader conversation transcends gender and speaks to the values and mentality of individuals and the society they inhabit. Here on our channel, we have offered our perspective on this unfolding situation, but we're eager to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the pastor's remarks? Do you believe his approach was misguided? Or do you see merit in his message? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us for this discussion, and until next time, take care.